We thought nature was patient, a backdrop, a resource, a catalog of what we took for granted. But patience is not the same as forgetfulness. Imagine a shift subtle enough to be dismissed at first. Plants that close their pores when we approach. Rivers that alter their course overnight. Storms that arrive exactly where the factories are. Not accidents, not climate statistics. Responses. At first they were just anomalies. Scientists called them glitches, pathogens, altered currents, unpredictable weather. Then, people saw patterns. The animals stopped fleeing. They organized. The plants grew in ways that mimicked human structures. Even the storms seemed to target our infrastructure, bridges, ports, power plants. The places where we built our pride. Conspiracy theories filled the gaps. But what if the simplest reading was the true one? What if the world was learning? When a system learns from its environment, it doesn't just copy the surface. It copies the cause and effect. We dump poison into rivers. The rivers become corrosive. We raise forests. Wind patterns rearrange to tear through our cities. We build walls and noise and heat, and the biosphere answers with storms, blight, and silence. Governments responded the way governments always do, with control. Tests, quarantines, defenses. But the wild adapted in ways we didn't foresee, learning to get around our defenses. A patchwork resistance. We slapped the word revenge on these events because revenge is a human story. It makes sense to us. Victim, perpetrator, retribution. It comforts us with a motive. But what if the planet isn't settling scores? What if it's recalibrating, pruning the parts that act like a cancer? Revenge implies malice. Balance implies calculation. Our era has been one of extraction, of taking without asking. The question we must face is, has the world chosen to punish us, or merely to survive by removing the variables that harm it? If nature is changing because of us, it's also holding up a mirror. In the patterns it takes, the fury, the withdrawal, the cunning, we see ourselves reflected. The question isn't only whether nature will stop. It is whether we will change. There is a path that doesn't end in destruction. Repair, humility, limits. But it requires us to learn, to listen, not dominate. We called it revenge because that sounded human. Maybe it's wiser to call it consequence. Maybe it's fair. The hard truth remains. If the earth is learning from us, what have we taught it? If this broke your sense of the world, subscribe. Question with us. Because when logic fractures, the questions that remain are the ones that matter.